Oh my, oh no. Oh no, what are we doing? Why are we starting the video in the journal? This is not good. this is this is not good. You guys know what happens when we don't start start the video in a fun place. We actually have to learn something. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Cash, and today's video is naturally flavored. Still better than your grandma's cooking. I got a lot of pushback on that. Everyone's like, oh no, yeah, not better than my grandma's cooking. Yo, real quick, outside the fact that it's 100% MFO, but in the comment section, please let me know what your grandma's cooking. Like what's her meal? What's that meal that when I said that, trigger jaw? I was like, I just thought of her a second, like, nah, this video ain't better than that sweet potato pie, or this video ain't better than, you know, my macaroni, that macaroni and cheese. What is your grandma's cooking? Because what we're actually here to do, what we're here to do today is I wanted to go over every character in the game currently, because eventually chapter whatever, the 6, the 11, whatever, is gonna come out. But I wanted to go over every character currently in the game that's gonna work with Ice Shower. And again, why am I in the journal when I need to show you what Ice Shower means? Even though you guys probably already know, but I wanted to really drill it home on how Ice Shower works. Now, Ice Shower, as we look at a bill here, Ice Shower, if the caster has a removable buff, recovery, positive effects applied, each valid attack imbues Frosty Bolt on targets for 3 turns. So what we're going to be looking for is every character that can literally give out a buff. Now, Summer's Blessing, I'm not going to go into that because as you can see, when the battle starts, it grants frost damage immunity 1 time to all allies, and it can't be stacked. So looking at how this kind of works, you really don't want to run more than one. Like it's not like First Guardians who benefit from you running multiple of them. This one doesn't seem like it really matters if you run multiple of them, unless you're going to be abusing the Ice Shower. You're going to be abusing the ability to freeze. And I'll also mention this, is that this is more or less for PvE. It's not really a PvP thing. Yes, if it comes down to all the changes that we spoke about in the last video, that damn, Dragon Bloods are really counterable. They're very easy to handle if you use your brain and you bring some defense breaks and bring some attack breaks. So I just wanted to go through Ice Shower first because we still have to test, in my opinion, the First Guardian stuff to see if it's worthy enough. Is it worth it to defense break them and then attack them and see how that's going to work? Because by the way, every defense break usually scales on the defense of the character, so you're going to need a pretty chunky boy to defense break them to make a significant defense, to break their defense
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
To break their defense good enough that it actually is going to make sense. So we gotta do testing before that. So I thought we go with Ice Shower first before we go into every character that defense breaks, because it might not be worth it. It honestly might not. Whoa. Now I'm actually in the middle of a fight, one of the story fights actually, and as you can see at the bottom left, you might be able to, unless I'm blocking it with my face. Oh no, you can actually still see Chatty. So what I wanted to test out first was, does shared health, the protect, when the protect pretty much gives you shared health, does that count as a buff? And it seems that it actually doesn't. It might be because it's coming from Chatty and it's not a skill. We're gonna test that out as well. But I can guarantee to you that whenever you do have Ice Shower, that is the thing at the bottom of the feet. This is Summer's Blessing. As you can see, this is Summer's Blessing. So even though she has to protect on her, it doesn't actually trigger, and you're gonna see me here attack. And it didn't take that person out, right? So now I'm gonna retry Summer's Blessing. Hopefully they don't all kill her again. And yeah, she died. All right, I had to switch it because it was getting so annoying. They just kept killing her. So now we're gonna put a barrier. Ba-dum. And now you can see that there's the little swirling on the underneath your feet. Now that is the Ice Shower. You can also check that it's active, because as you saw before when I kept showing you Summer's Blessing, Summer's Blessing, now Ice Shower is activated. And now whenever we attack, you will now see the Frigid Bolt, which is also the Frosty Bolt, which is whatever. So now you can always check when your character has Ice Shower. So if you're ever wondering what buffs work on it, like in case if I happen to miss one, you can do this kind of test yourself. But I'm pretty sure I'll cover all of them. She will do that, and which is amazing for this is that this is a, you know, she specifically gives like I think it's 8 turns. How long is your turn, baby? 12 turns. 12 turns. I mean turns, not like rounds, but even still. And now as you see, the barrier has run out because Chatty died because I wasn't letting her do anything, and now it's gone. So it's pretty, just trying to be transparent. And now this is to prove that when it says here that Ice Shower is a valid attack, it just means like a attack that hits. So hopefully they don't screw me over and dodge here or die. Well, it still shows that it's hard to find like a strong enough opponent for it to work, but I hope that you guys will believe me that those two would have been frozen if not dead. So now that we know how it works, I also wanted to test out other buffs like Reflect. So right now, Summer's Blessing, we're gonna give her Reflect damage. And boom, we Aqua baby. So Reflect damage works as well, which is pretty cool. Frigid Bolt. Now it said also recovery effects, so when I put a heal over time, that should work as well. Let's test that. And we swimming, baby. All right, now the last thing I wanted to test is what happens when you give shared health as an actual buff and not a passive. This is the last thing that I wanted to test, because Luke actually gives it out as an actual thing from a skill, and you can see it does work. So the reason why it didn't work, it's the same shared health, but they call it Protect, the passive, instead of it being shared health, you know, which is technically that's kind of the same thing. You can manipulate it a little bit. I was kind of hoping the passive would work, because then it would have been a lot more cheesier. You would have had it infinitely unless that character was dead. But you know, you could still have a low mana, as you saw with Fresia, low mana ability to always have it up. So let's just go, now we can go to the journal. I just wanted to show you guys some cool testing of it. Small disclaimer, even though I just showed that it does work in that way, that it doesn't work with passives, I'm just gonna assume that it won't work with Garth and Bathory, like Tranquil and Command. I can't test that. I do not have those characters, so I'll leave that up to you guys to figure that out for me and drop it in the comment section. But I'm assuming no, because if Protect does not work, then you should assume that anything within a Protect, anything within a passive shouldn't work. My assumption anyway. Oh God, all right. So we went through the top to the bottom. And before we go into the entire list, I wonder, can you predict all the characters? Can you predict all the characters? All right, let's see. Well, I guess you could try if you want to in the comment section below. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe if you're enjoying yourself so far. Went through a little bit of trouble, but I think we got all the information that we need. So let's go in order of the way that the journal works. First up is gonna be Rudley. If you actually have the Vanguard passive activated with the command and stuff like that, he can give a barrier to another ally. So the other ally could be one of your summer units, therefore allowing him to be put into this list. I actually skipped Rachel because I forgot. Rachel has a, when he gets a kill on his S3, he actually will give out an attack and hit bonus to his allies. So boom, that's another buff that you can give out. Shell actually has a S2 cleanse, where she does leave you with an attack buff, which is the same thing, another way to trigger the Ice Shower. And last but not least, Chatty, unfortunately, out of the base kits of the faded, she's the last one. Everyone else is relatively selfish. If I forget any of them, please, like I said, feel free to remind me. I try to go through all of them as much as I can. Next, let's go into the beautifulness that are the legendaries, and then we're going to start off with Degas because of the Aegis of Faith. Because like I just showed you guys, that shared health, not through a passive, but through an ability, does work. Next up is going to be Griselle. Her S2 gives a back row barrier, which we now know works. Next is going to be Lepin, as we just saw, because of the Light of Purification. A little bit harder to do. The Ice Shower character has to be low. But again, this is more, like I said, for strategies for you trying to utilize more than one of them and kind of abuse their abilities. Matrone obviously gives AoE reflect damage, and you gain more mana. I really like this character. I like this character a lot. Next up is actually going to be a character I don't think anyone will really use her. She's not that great, but she does give AoE hit for pretty low, especially for a machine-based character. Not that bad to have a character like that. Next one we see is Luke. Look what the nuke. Shield of Loyalty. We know that works. Next is Cernando. I actually would call him Cernado because I never saw the other N because, you know, ignorance, but yes, he obviously he gives the crit, AoE crit hit. Obelia, the demon. The demon, she might be one of the best characters in the game after those changes, man. As you guys know, she does give AoE defense break. She gives AoE defense to your team, but she also does an AoE attack break on their team. But it's 19% of her attack, and she has no attack. That's what I was saying in the beginning, that attack breaks and defense break definitely gonna be this weird thing. You might not think, it might not be as good on paper as it seems. Anyway, Fergie, obviously her fantastic times. There was also mentioned that it's going to be changed, and all those barrier buffs are getting changed like that. So yes, fantastic time. Fergie's in the building. Frezia, who we saw, she has the AoE, not AoE, but back row reflect damage. And last but not least, Yao, who we also know is going to be a summer unit, but we know that she has a pretty cheap 3-man. I thought it was cheaper than that, honestly. Maybe they'll make it cheaper in the skin, which is really good, is that she's an offensive character that gives an attack buff, and as we saw, it scales off her attack. So it's going to be a pretty good chunky attack buff. Not as good as the attack buff you get from the thing, unless they stack, and that's something that I'm really interested in seeing if they stack. I might have to find that out in this video. Wink wink, sparkle sparkle. Anyway, now we go down into the rares, and it's just going to be the girl Seer, which a lot of people said that she's actually not that bad, and maybe this is why, because she actually does have a low cost attack break on an ice unit, so very easy for her to have access to this on a regular basis. Then you have Iris, obviously another unit that is going to be a summer unit. Wilkes, who has an AoE attack buff as well. Hers is the easiest because it's 2 mana and she's dark, so it's like very easy for her to have access to that. And last but not least, the rat family in the building, Morris in the building here. He has an AoE attack buff as well, and he's an awesome machine, but a little bit lower cost, but crappier base stats. So those are all the characters that I could find. I scrolled down a little bit into here, but a lot of these guys have self buffs. They don't have AoE buffs. So, and I didn't bother checking magical or common because usually those characters don't have AoE buffs. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I knew it. There had to be some sneaky FCs that have different skills that actually would benefit this. So here we go. Found one. Tantalo, when he's in his hamster form, increases the attack and block of his allies when his skill hits. This very dangerous move to do AoE poison. Yeah, I don't know if you really want to do that, but yeah, I was like, I gotta check all the FCs, man, because they're definitely a different beast. And how could we forget to test this now that we're talking about fake cores? Finally, that took forever, dude. So finally I got it to trigger. So Dragon Scale actually triggers Ice Shower. So this makes me think that it is possible for other, not like the passive where not like the passive of command and things like that, but if the passive triggers a buff afterwards, I think that that's fine. Like before you saw Protect, but you didn't see, something Protect produce shared health. But when the passive triggers Dragon Scale, it does actually work. So as you can see, she's, well, hopefully we'll let her get a turn. Then now she's swimming. She got the passive and Ice Shower is now triggered. So interesting enough, they do synergize with each other, which is very scary. Very scary stuff there. But again, I still think that that's more PvE focused, because if I were to let loose this S2 here, it would, obviously in PvP, it would trigger a bunch of nonsense. Hopefully we can actually see if Yao's buffs stack. Now the reason why I want to test this is because debuffs can stack depending on if they come from 2 different sources. So theoretically, I should be able to stack Yao's buff with the attack buff. So I'm just going to, all right, here goes the Frost Fang. Oh wait, did it already trigger for her? Oh wait, it didn't. All right, this should finally work. Oh my God, it's so annoying when it's tag week and you keep trying to adjust your fucking team. Oh, it's so annoying. All right, so here we go, finally. I kept having to go back and forth because it wasn't saving properly. All right, so whether or not the Anna or the Bernadette does her stupid move, whatever move they want to do, I'll block it and then we're gonna put the buff afterwards. I'm doing this because debuffs naturally do stack. Here we go. So Summers actually went and tried to attack Scarlet. So we see the increased attack for 9 turns that is from the Summer's Blessing. I can also AoE now if I really want to. Wait, see, look, see, now Yao's not my team. Oh, this is so frustrating.
Eventually.
Again, I have to hope that he doesn't stun my back row. Hope that he doesn't stun Yao. I might even just try to kill him, so he can't do that. He's the only person that has a stun on their team. Kill him. Okay. I don't know why. He likes Ramji. Well, he's dead. All right, so here we go. Frostfang. All right, so we're looking at Baraka. All right, he's the one with the attack increase. He's the one that we're looking for. All right, so we just gotta make it in 8 turns, which it looks like she's gonna come up before then, so which is pretty good. All right, okay, so here we go. So here goes my 8 trigrams.
How the hell did you do that?
It's called cheating. Deal with it.
And it does in fact stack. You can see it right there. We can go to Baraka. I mean, we're timed even in friendly battles. Come on, game. So we could see that it does actually stack, like I assumed it would, because it's 2 different sources. Why am I timed on a lot of quality of life? They're doing good though, but woo. And here we go. We should also see everyone except Baraka should then get another attack buff. Now, how necessary is 2 stacking attack buffs? I don't know, you be the judge. It's not really my my choice to tell you, but that is pretty ridiculous. Ooh, that's close to I mean, all that boosting, all that double boosting, and then you're kind of getting up to Bathory levels. But usually Bathory does like really crazy damage with you know, she's heavily invested into, and she's like usually 6-star. Scarlet's not, my Scarlet is not to that level, but seeing her even hit 10k damage is pretty interesting with double attack buffs. So there is some merit to this stuff, man. Oh my god, I've been recording for 50 minutes and I can guarantee the video is not going to be anywhere close to that long. Please hit that like, comment, subscribe button, all those buttons. Don't hit the subscribe button twice. I think you unsubscribe. You can hit a bell if you want to. I really wanted to go deep dive and find all the characters that synergize with this, because I think that people have been undermining how strong it is. How strong, well, mostly Ice Shower, right? That's what the purpose of the video is, because the aspect of Summer's Blessing can only be really utilized once when there's an ice character in the field. But now we see with Yao, a lot of people were thinking Yao's gonna be strong, but I don't think anyone thought about Yao being the ability to do double attack buffs. I guess, yes, you can run multiple attack units and it should theoretically stack, but that's neither here nor there, in my opinion. I think that that's just something, it's just something interesting, especially because she is one of the Summer characters. She will eventually come in. You could do that naturally without having to have 2 to 3 units to buff attack. And that would also mean that your Dragon Blood characters with Yao will be stronger. So I'm really interested to see what you guys come up with, some team comps that you come up with. And it's going to break the meta just because there might be better options. The meta is going to change, even if it's to be more annoying. It might change to be a really, really strong thing that we never seen before. But it's going to be cool because someone's going to have to come up with it. Hopefully it's you. Hopefully if you come up with the meta, be like, yo, I'm Kashino squad, baby. I'm Kashino crew, bro. Anyway, I need to get the fuck out of here. Get this video out to you guys before it gets too late. Probably the only video that's gonna come out for tonight, because obviously, not obviously, but I have work. Then the update's gonna hit, I think, sometime tonight, or going into the next night or whatever like that. So the next video should just be about the new patch that's up. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Just remember that every day at the Kashino is your lucky day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.